Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second day of the 30 Days of Love reading series. Today, we're gonna take a look at what your person wants to tell you. So, we're gonna get some messages from your person, and it doesn't matter if you're in separation or this is a new person you're trying to manifest. This is going to be a general reading, and hopefully, it'll resonate with you. So, the first day, I feel like it kind of got real at some point, and I wanted this day to be more playful and like laid back and fun. So, yeah, that's that. How are you guys doing? Are you okay? Is everything going all right? I kind of changed the setup a little bit again because the other one was just like too much to deal with, and it just kind of like took a lot longer to set up, and it was just like a hassle literally to film there. So here we go again. We're back where we were at square one basically. Do you guys like the little owl? He's so cute, right? This is Brazilian moss agate, I believe, and I love it so much. Also, please don't mind my nails because I am trying different things out with the shapes and everything, so don't mind them. And I think we can just start reading. I really want to put out some general readings and see how they resonate with you guys. So I always appreciate feedback if it's constructive, if it's, good, or if it didn't resonate. Like, I really love people telling me if it didn't resonate because now I know what works and what doesn't work when I'm reading and channeling for people. So I do appreciate constructive criticism, and I'm looking forward to it. So please tell me in the comments below if it resonated or not. I am always excited to know your opinions on this type of stuff. So, okay, messages from your person. Also, as always, my socials are in the description below. And if you're enjoying this content and you're new here, then please do like and subscribe and possibly comment what you want to see next. Okay, we're putting these back in. One more card. Ooh, okay. Bottom of the deck. Inner Earth. Okay, let's read the bottom of the deck. You'll survive these new solutions and beginnings. Interesting. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. You can see them. Oh my god, you couldn't see them. Okay. And then we have big picture. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Please correct me on that word because I don't know how to say that, honestly. Like, I can't. I don't know how to say that. The grace serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love, and karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. It's interesting. You literally have two cards that say conflict. So for some of you, I think you might actually be in separation with this person. Maybe you even block this person. You don't know what they're doing, what's going on, and honestly, you might not want anything to do with them right now. You just want the tea on what's happening, and what they're thinking. It's interesting. I think some of them are really thinking that you're seeing someone new, and I feel like they're okay with that. Like, if you're in separation, I think they're okay with that. Like, they're realizing that you might not be the best match for each other, and they might be really karmic for you or toxic for you. But keep in mind that not all karmic relationships are toxic, like really, really toxic, and not all toxic relationships are karmic. So there is like growth here. So I'm seeing that if you've been in separation with this person, or even if it is a new person you're trying to manifest, they are focusing on growth right now, and they might be going through some karmic stuff. Some of them could be going through a tower moment and actually like learning important lessons. And I do think that if you're trying to manifest this person, they are being prepared with a lot of lessons in order to like be a better partner, or a better partner suited for you. And I think this person could have been really like childish in the past, actually. So now they're basically trying to rush everything and learn everything, and they have a lot of lessons to go through pretty quickly. I think this person really like try to, I don't want to say push away, but like they try to delay everything that's happening right now, and they like refuse to grow and learn, and they were kind of stuck in this toxic cycle. And now they're trying to make a change. So if it's taking a long time for you to manifest this person, just know that they're going through some stuff, and they're being prepared for union, or to meet you. So yeah. And okay, so with the big picture thinking, um if you are in separation, or no, if you are in separation with this person, and they've done some things to hurt you in the past, I think they really are trying to say to you, like, please focus on the big picture and on the relationship as a whole, not really on this thing that hurt you. And you're not wrong, actually. You pretty much have every right to feel like they're downplaying that they've hurt you. And they're basically trying to say, like, oh yes, I hurt you, but I'm not gonna take accountability for it. I just want you to focus on our history and everything else. So if you feel like that's what they're doing, then you are right. And if this is the new person, then they I think they are trying to let you know that they might be able to feel your energy, especially if you've been really like sad lately, and pretty out of it, really stressed and everything. So they want you to focus on the big picture, on the end goal here. They want you to focus on, I don't know, on things that make you happy. Like, what I'm trying to say is, don't get tunnel vision. And I think that's what they're trying to say as well. So yeah. And also they want you to embrace your creativity here. And with visionary, it really makes me think that you might actually succeed with manifesting this person faster if you try to manifest them by visualizing. So do look into that. It might help you like a lot, because different people are different, and different manifestation methods just work just differently, literally. So please look into that if you do feel like you need a helping hand with your manifestation. The great serving. So softening to love really like comes out to me. It just like pops out of this card, really. And the scenery of the card is really interesting to me. So I feel like this person really wants you to open up to the this idea of something new. Also, I'm sorry if I said the great serving before or something. It's the great severing. Severing. Oh my god. And if you can see here, here is a tiny earth, and I think this is about you distancing yourself. So for some of you, you might have pulled back, like if you are in a no contact with this person, might have pulled back a little bit, like towards the end of the relationship, and they kind of felt you closing off. They just didn't really know what they did wrong, so they kind of felt like they were being cut off, and they, like, you didn't offer an explanation. I feel like your part was just like that this person hurt you in some way, or maybe they said something hurtful or something that didn't sit well with you, and you were like, okay, I'm gone. So I do think that you just like kind of detached emotionally in time, but like for this person it was really sudden, and they were so like taken aback by all this. For those of you looking for a new person, they do want you to be more open to this idea of love. And I think this card literally goes hand in hand with this one. This is literally like, look at this image, literally paradise, right? And look, there's also a guy here in like in the distance, and I mean, it doesn't have to be a guy, right? Like, you could manifest whatever partner of any gender that you want, but I think it's interesting because it kind of reminds me of the divine feminine here and the divine masculine, just like sort of being so close but yet so far. And also what the card says, surrender to the sweetness. So they really want you to find joy, and I think that this needs to happen before you meet them if it's a new person. So big picture, they really want you to find the happiness in life, right? Surrender to love. Like, some of you could have literally like taken your energy back and like pulled back, like in the sense that you were trying to manifest this person and you were putting so much energy into this person and into this connection, and your person could kind of feel it, and then you sort of just like pulled back, and it might seem like you just chose to give up like suddenly because something wasn't working. But this could be like meaning a union, right? So like I said, divine masculine, divine feminine. And by the way, it doesn't matter your gender. I do believe that everyone, like every person, embodies the divine masculine and the divine feminine within themselves, but in a connection or at some point in your life you can embody more of one or the other. And like, they can't always be in a perfect balance. So what I'm trying to say, genders don't matter, especially on this channel, okay? It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is the metaphor, okay? Divine feminine, divine masculine, union. So the union is sort of the metaphor of the divine timing in your manifestation, right? Also, with the inner earth here, it does mention new beginning, right? And the imagery, it's also like so close but so far. Like, also the earth here being in the distance, the same thing kind of. You see how everything is kind of close here. It almost looks paradisey. So this kind of, to me in this moment, it looks like a cave here and maybe some rocks here, or it could even be a forest. So we have the paradise in the distance and everything is just kind of closed off here. It looks like a cave to me right now. Maybe a forest if I really close one eye and look really good at it. But it's like you are closing yourself off to the opportunity of meeting this new person. So that's kind of what it seems to me, and I think the person can feel it too. Like, especially if it's with the Star Brothers, I'm thinking it's either like a soulmate connection, or maybe you're manifesting your twin flame, or maybe you are manifesting someone from your past life. So there is definitely like a connection there. I don't really want to go into the type of connection that it is, because this is a general reading and not everyone wants the same thing. So, but I do think that this person can feel your energy in one way, shape, or form. Maybe they even like dreamt about you, or you've dreamt about them, and you might like see a lot of signs and messages. But I feel like you're just kind of like, well, it's too good to be true. It's not gonna manifest. I'm gonna wait too long. Maybe I should settle for something else or someone else. And um, I mean, this person really wants you to be open to the new beginnings here. They want you to be open to feel happiness and joy. And I feel like you are just pushing a lot of this away. Like you might be in a time, or like not time, but like in a phase of your life or your journey where you're like contemplating giving up, and you kind of just see the glass half empty. This is kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, should we move on to the Moonology now? I guess so. Okay. Oops, forgot to do this. You could also be like, why are you doing that? Well, that's how I prepare my cards. Okay, everyone prepares them in different ways. Okay, new moon in Aquarius. Open up the change. Oh my god. What was I saying? What? This is incredible. And kind of ironic. So yeah, this person really wants you to open up to change, and I do think that things might start moving along and happening if you are opening up to changes, and maybe like being more open to doing new stuff. And you might even find like a new hobby or something that you really enjoy, so you never know, right? But I do also get the other side of things when you're like, okay, so I'm not feeling that well, maybe like physically, emotionally, mentally, and so on. First of all, please do get help if you're struggling. Okay, like tarot readings are not a substitute for any type of medical attention, including therapy. So please do get the help you need. But I do feel like some of you are just not feeling well, and you are just like stuck in whatever feels safe for you, right? So you're not doing anything to try to change it, and I feel like you don't feel like it either. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You need to make room for changes in your own time, and whenever you feel comfortable to do so. But this person is saying maybe if you're going to open up to change, then things are going to start happening. And I feel like this is also from the people that you know, like you're in separation with, or like that person. So that person could have like told you a lot of times that you are maybe a little bit too controlling, or you're just like, I don't know, maybe they like hurt your feelings, saying that you're not fun and you're not open to try new things, and maybe they even said you were boring. So do they regret it? No, not really. Doesn't seem like it. No, I don't think they regret it. I don't think they realized it hurt you. I think that this was a way for them to basically explain what they're feeling without explaining what they're feeling. You do you get what I'm saying? Like, you could be dealing with people that are very emotionally like closed off, and just like they weren't open to communication, so that was their way of telling you to change something, even though it was rude. And you thought it was hurtful. Like, they don't really think that they did anything wrong. And this actually might be the message that you needed, they think that they were right. They didn't try to be mean. They were just trying to communicate the only way they knew how, and seeing that some of them could have made like weird jokes that you were uncomfortable with, and I think that that was their way of coping and their way of communicating with the air quote, which is interesting because we have go wild, and we also have work through your feelings. Interesting. Okay, I think that this person just really wants you to heal, and oh my god, there's so much. Practice gratitude. Be real and be proud of yourself. Okay, I'm taking 2 more, maybe 3. Yeah, okay. And oh my god. And this one too, focus on the positive. Like, oh my god, there are so many messages here. Okay, so let's go back a little bit to attune to the divine. I do think that some of these persons really just want you to focus. So, like I said here, right, focus on the positive, and we have attuned to the divine. So this could be anything for spirituality. So it could be religion. So if that was like a barrier between you in the past, if this is the person you've been dealing with, they want you to focus on the religious part of things. If this wasn't a problem, then this could be a message to attune to your feelings more and trust your intuition more. It's not necessarily from that person, but from the universe or your spirit guides, and be like, okay, attune to the divine, trust your intuition. If you don't feel like letting this person back in, then don't, right? This could be a message from the new person you're trying to manifest. So they're basically like saying focus more on the spiritual stuff, or they're saying like what you're feeling and experiencing is real and you're not crazy, because they feel it too. They feel like this magnetic energetic pull towards you, and it can feel kind of crazy, especially if you've never met this person before. So yeah, okay, the go wild is like, I feel like they just want you to be happy, like let loose, be happy. And like if you are living a very like in a very controlling environment or a very controlled life, they really want you to be happy and stop living for other people and stop making other people happy. Really focus on yourself and making yourself happy, and focus on what you actually want here. Okay, cool your emotions and find a balance. I think these two really go hand in hand, and they basically speak for themselves. Okay. Okay, what you're feeling as well. So these 3 are kind of connected, right? It's interesting. It's very interesting, because if this is the person you were dealing with in the past, they're like, work through your emotions, through your feelings, but they refuse to understand your feelings. So this is kind of weird, because they're saying like cool your emotions but also work through your emotions. So like, which one is it? And I do think that they need a wake-up call. They need to understand that they've hurt you. They need to understand that it's not okay to do that stuff, especially if you're uncomfortable with it. And yeah, you need to focus on finding that balance for yourself, okay? And just maybe, I don't know, I feel like they do need some closure here, because they really think they did nothing wrong. And you need to explain to them that that's not how feelings should be communicated. You know, if you don't want to go back to this person, then don't. If you do want to go back to this person, they will need to work through their feelings instead, and maybe work through your feelings, like both of your feelings, if that makes any sense, like your feelings and their feelings, and work through them together and understand what's going on, right? If this is a new person, then you need to find a balance, right? You need to find a balance and really understand what you want. Do you really want to manifest this person, or do you want to actually give up on it? Because I think there is like kind of a confusion between giving up on it and letting go. So there needs to be a distinction between the two. Let's move on. Take inspired action. Be proud of yourself. Practice gratitude. Okay, so the gratitude one, it can be seen as a manifestation practice, right? And yes, it can help you just like visualizing. So you are free to try it if you really want, if you want to change your approach and maybe, like just build everything back up. If you don't really have the confidence that you need in this manifestation, then probably you will need to change your course of action, right? So, and be proud of yourself. I mean, at some point, you could see this as gratitude as well. So you're grateful that you're still here, you didn't give up on it, and you're still trying to reach your goal, manifesting whatever you want, not necessarily like your person, but whatever you want and need right now. And the take inspired action. Okay, so this person really wants you to tell, like, it really wants to tell you, like, don't rush things. And I feel like some of you have rushed before and ended up in karmic relationships, or karmic or like just meeting in general karmic people. I feel like that also like kind of broke down your trust in yourself, and it kind of left you hopeless in a way. But um you need to try to understand that these karmic people could have been tests, or could have been just people that you sort of attracted by mistake. Like people can be attracted like to your energy, especially if you're trying to do like work and stuff, and you're trying to better yourself. You can have karmic people come in and be like, hello, I'm going to test you. Do you want to go back to your karmic ways, or are you going to move on and see if something is better, or the grass is greener on the other side? Yeah, karmic people are something you might have to deal with, and I do think that some of you are really working on clearing up that karma, and as long as you're clearing that karma, you might not have to deal with all of these people and all of these tests, and all of all of it is exhausting. And I'm thinking you're just exhausted at this point. And here's where this card comes in. So the burial card, to me, it just seems like some of you are just kind of rejecting like your intuition. You are sugarcoating everything. Either you're sugarcoating, or you're on the other side of the spectrum and you're criticizing everything, including yourself. So maybe you do need to actually take a step back and realize what's going on, realize what you're doing. And the message this person, like especially like the new person, is trying to tell you is to be real about it. Like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go from here? Like, are you ready to give up, or are you just saying this right now because you're so tired of all the tests and all the the people that are like maybe not not the best people you are meeting? Okay, so you need to take a step back and actually reassess the situation. Literally try to think, like, do you really want to do this or not? And on the other side, with the separation and the person, the be real card for me is like, okay, are you going to overlook this behavior, or are you going to go back and try to fix it, or are you going to move on? So you need to be honest with yourself about what this person has done, what they're doing, and how you want to go about it. Do you want to actually say something about this behavior, or do you want to go back and be like, oh, it was fine, and basically tell them that it's okay, like whatever they're doing it's fine and they can keep doing it? And I think that some of you are just so fed up with it and you just don't want to do it. And yeah, the thing with the change and everything, I feel like it really like hurt you, like especially if they said like something like you were boring or whatever. I feel like it really hurt you, and you might really want to say something about it. By the way, I see a lot, and I mean a lot of Aquarius energy here. So your person could be like an air sign or an Aquarius, and they might have like sun, moon, rising. So take it as it resonates. And I think they say, and maybe a fire sign, maybe like an Aries. So whatever speaks to you. But yeah, you do have a lot of choices to make here. So try to really focus, really like ground yourself, find balance, and find, you know, gratitude. Try to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. If you're dealing with a new person, then try to figure out how to manifest, like, and what methods of manifestations work for you. And maybe like it's not worth giving up right now, especially if you're tired of all the tests. Like, what do you think is going to happen when you're going to try to pick up where you left off, if you really want to manifest this person again, or another person or something else in the future? Like, I think there is some karma that you need to work on, and there is like a lot of spiritual stuff and healing. Well, not necessarily spiritual healing, but just healing that needs to be done. And some of you are in like really controlling situation, or you're just trying to control your life so much that you're not letting yourself breathe. So be aware of what you're doing and try to make the best choices for yourself from now on. Try to make small changes and like try to modify something that you don't necessarily like in your life, but try to modify them little by little. It doesn't have to be this huge change. That's what I always say. It doesn't have to be a huge change. You just need to start changing things, but change things for yourself, not for the sake of manifesting someone or manifesting someone back. Try to make these changes. Try to do everything for your sake and for yourself, to get the closure that you need with yourself and to start healing. Because a lot of the things that came up here, they were just like things that you just need to deal with, and it just really seems to me like a lot of you are just tired and kind of like done with what's happening. So you sort of need to go back to the basics and try to work through your problems and try to heal. And also don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. Okay, so I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry it kind of got real again towards the end. And yeah, I hope you will stay tuned for the next days in the series, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!